Good evening. We start midweek sports with some boxing news this evening. Ace fighter Charles Whittaker is closing in on a deal to fight a top-quality Mexican contender. After months of inactivity, Whittaker and his U.S.-based promoter Dan Goosen are nearing a deal with Marco Antonio Rubio next month. The last time Charles was in the ring was against Jokert Siwanalert back in May. That fight was in the Philippines. Since then, he came close to hanging up his gloves and retiring. But now, with this fight on the horizon, Whittaker is calmly awaiting final word for the go-ahead.
This is a great opportunity. I mean, he's ranked number 4 in the world, and it would be for the WBC Silver Championship. It's a pretty high championship. It's next to the world title. You win that, and you just by a mere fact of having to be fighting the number 4 ranked contender in the world, and once I beat him, I'll end up being ranked somewhere in number 1 or number 2 spot. So it's a great opportunity. Hopefully, that will be the situation.
At 6:30, hear from Whittaker about how important this fight is to his career. To the track now, and the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, has urged his fans not to worry about his up-and-down season this year. Bolt ended his season early because of a back problem, and he also suffered his first loss in the 100 meters in 2 years to American Tyson Gay. That's the video you're seeing there. But the fastest man of all time over the 100 and 200 meters says he will be back on top form next year.
There's no stress. This year is not a championship year. This is my year off, I would say. So it's no problem.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, for me it doesn't really. Next year, for me, it's always the championships. Championships where people say, oh, if you lose, then they say, oh, Usain Bolt got beaten at the World Championship. But it's not gonna happen because I'm gonna be always ready and prepared and on my top of my game, and as always.
The world's fastest man. To the hard courts now. Some of the big names advanced at the U.S. Open last night. Starting with the ladies on the court, Venus Williams in the near court punches her ticket to the semis with a straight sets win over Italian Francesca Schiavone. Venus wins 7-6, 6-4 and moves on to meet the defending champion Kim Clijsters. Clijsters had a tougher time of it, but still moves on to the Final Four after she beat Sam Stosur 6-4, 5-7, 6-3. Clijsters and Williams clash on Friday. On the men's side, top seed and world number 1 Rafael Nadal showed no mercy to fellow Spaniard Feliciano Lopez, winning 6-3, 6-4, 6-4. He remains on course to meet the number 2 seed Roger Federer, former number 1, as the world awaits another clash between the world's top 2 men's tennis players in a Grand Slam final. Hopefully, we'll get to see those two clash in New York this coming weekend. On Let's Talk Sports tomorrow night, the topic of the evening is squash. Minister of Sports, the Honourable Mark Scotland, and West Bay MLA Klein Glidden will be here to discuss the 2011 Cayman Open. Some big news from the organisers and international squash officials. They'll be joining me in the studio with an important announcement. Stay tuned for that about next year's competition. It's huge. We will also have a recap of the news headlines of the week and the top 5 players of the week. So stand by for Let's Talk Sports tomorrow night at 7 on Cayman 27.